Hey guys, Justin here with Movo. We're going to be taking a look at the VXR10 universal cardioid microphone from Movo. We'll check out all the devices that we can use it with. We'll also check out what comes inside the box, and we'll even get a sample of what the mic actually sounds like. Here on the front of the box, it shows us what types of devices the microphone is compatible with. On the back, we can learn about more of the features and specifications of the microphone as well. First up, the manual. This goes into a lot more detail on the specifications and features of the microphone. It also lets us know different ways to use the microphone, which we're going to check out here in just a minute. We have the happy, not happy comment card, let you know how to reach out to Movo if you have any questions or comments. And here we have the two connectors, which will allow us to hook the microphone up to a variety of different devices. First is the 3.5mm TRRS connector. This will allow you to hook up the microphone to a smartphone, tablet, or a Mac. And next up, we have the 3.5mm TRS connector, which you can use to connect to DSLR cameras, camcorders, audio recorders, and other audio-video recording devices. And here we have the VXR microphone itself, which comes with the furry windscreen already attached. If you want to take that off, just gently pull the microphone out of there and it'll come right out. You can use it with or without the windscreen, and that all depends on what you're going to be recording and where. Right here on the bottom of the microphone is that 3.5mm jack. That's where you're going to plug in one of those connectors, depending on the type of device that you'll be using the microphone with. Next up, we have the shock mount. This is what you're going to use to connect your microphone either to your DSLR camera or to some other type of mount. Here on the bottom, it's easy to see that this can be attached to any standard tripod or a cold or hot shoe mount, just depending on what you want to hook it up to. And last but not least, we have a nice bag that comes with the microphone. This is what you can use to keep it safe and secure when the microphone's not being used. And here are some of the devices that you can use the VXR10 with. I'm going to be using it with my smartphone here that I have hooked up to Movo's PR1 mount, which makes it easy to connect right on the top. Since I'm going to be using the microphone with my smartphone, I need to pull out that 3.5mm TRRS connector. I'm simply going to take the microphone end of that connector, plug it into the VXR10, make sure it snaps in all the way. Now I want to connect this to my mount. The mount that I'm using, like I said, is the PR1. It's a smart grip that's intended to use with smartphones. Check out a video on that if you're curious to learn a little bit more. Take the microphone that's on the shock mount and slide it into the cold shoe adapter, tighten it down, and make sure it's tightened all the way because I don't want the mic to go anywhere, and then you should be good to go. The only thing left to do now, plug in that microphone and hit record. We're all set up? Let's go ahead and see how it sounds. You're now listening to me through the VXR10 universal cardioid microphone. I have it plugged into my HTC 10 and atop the PR1 smart grip from Movo. We'll compare the VXR10 microphone to the onboard microphone on my HTC 10, and then we'll back it up and see what the difference is like on both microphones at a little bit more distance. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And there you have it, the VXR10 universal cardioid microphone from Movo. I hope that this video gave you a little bit more insight on how you can use the microphone with different devices that you may have. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.